everybody. So you just saw a couple of clips of the Scholastic Warehouse sale. If you had seen my other Vlogmas video, I had gone to a small pop-up Scholastic Warehouse sale, which was, I'm sorry, just a small pop-up sale, which is not in a warehouse. They just go into little areas, kind of like as big as probably your library at school, and they have just little books, not little books, but they have books in this kind of tiny room, but they're BOGO, buy one get one free. And that sale was really awesome. I showed my haul from that earlier over in one of my other Vlogmas videos. This was the warehouse sale, and the warehouse sales, you saw, the warehouse is really big and there's aisles upon aisles upon aisles of books. And at these warehouse sales, they also have books on clearance, which is super nice because a lot of times the books that are on clearance have like just maybe some crinkled pages or crinkled title page. I wanted to show you what I got from the warehouse sale, and it was really, really exciting. The first thing that I got is this really big book of optical illusions. It's really like nice hardcover. It was $3 because the book actually has a few of the pages like in the very front coming out, 7 through page 10, do a whole unit in science about light. And in that unit we do talk about optical illusions and how light is like plays tricks with our eyes and how our eyes see things, and it's really interesting. So let me show you a little bit about this book. So like this is a really good example. That one is called The Spinning Wheels. I don't know if it translates on camera or not, but it's supposed to, you're supposed to relax and look at the image that's originally created by the famous psychologist and illusion deviser Kiyoshi Kitaoka? I'll write her name down. Try not to focus on just one circle, but let your eyes scan the entire scene, and within a few seconds you should see some of the circles appear to spiral around. So I'll put it back up there. I don't know if it translates on camera or not. Well, it's working for me. There's just optical illusions like that throughout the book. And then in the very back of the book, let me show you. These are all things that you can tear out, and they're little activities of optical illusions. So I always am looking. We looked online. If you follow me on Instagram, lindsay.learns on Instagram, I have a whole highlight in my Instagram stories all about optical illusions and like Bird in the Cage and a whole bunch of other things. So go check that out. But it'll be really nice to now have a lot more resources and things that I can, now that, I mean, this book was $3, I can literally tear out pages and laminate them and use them in a station rotation where kids can actually do the different optical illusions. And I think that it's just a really fun way to connect what your eye is seeing and how light is working with these different optical illusions. So I'm really excited to like get in and do, I just hit myself with the book, and do some of these optical illusions. So I got one for myself, and then for Christmas, as a Christmas gift, I got one for my teen teacher. One was $2 and one was $3 because there were a couple more pages falling out of one of them, which, like I said, is not a big deal. And then I got this book for $1, Maker Genius. This book was $1 because the binding is completely torn off, which I actually didn't even notice when I was there. I was like, why is this $1? Now I'm realizing it's because that's actually not the cover. The cover's torn off and the binding is torn off. which I didn't know that. Oh well. But this has all kinds, I don't know how I can show you, all kinds of little experiments that kids can do. I have not successfully ever done a science fair because that just seems overwhelming to me, and it's not something that our school has really done too much in the past. But these are some really good ideas. If we ever do get into like science fair mode, there are a lot of little labs that students can do for like a science fair activity. Or I have a lot of students that just want something else to do other than play video games at home. I know, it's shocking. And so these are some of the things that they could look at and like take a picture of and then go home and do it. So, and then let's see. Oh, I got for $3, I got The Death Cure, which is the last book in the Maze Runner series. Right now I have do you hear? I don't know if you could hear that. That's my laundry. Sorry if that's super loud. I have one of my students in my homeroom class read the Maze Runner in like 3 days, and then she read the second Maze Runner book, which I can't think of the name of it right now. I thought this was the third one. The Maze Runner, The Death Cure. I'm pretty sure this is the third one. So she will have the opportunity to read this because I only had the first two in the series. Let's see here. I only have a couple other books. This one, The Book of Impossible Objects, 25 Eye-Popping Projects and Illusions. And it has the freaky eyeballs like staring at you and looking back and forth. I don't like that part at all. This was also $3. Because this part is supposed to stay inside the book and it actually comes out. Oh, here, Christina has that dinosaur that she shows all the time in her stories. So it actually comes in this pack. All of these little activities that are optical illusions comes in this package right here. Like in this nice little package. So I knew that I was hoping that all of those optical illusions still came with the book, and they do, which is nice because a lot of times things are on clearance because they're missing pieces. But that actually had everything, and then it has the book part over here. Sorry, I'm still very sniffly. I'm trying not to sniffle on camera because that's rude. And this book part kind of goes through an explanation of some of the optical illusions that come in the pack. So another optical illusion. I just got one of them because the other one was really tore up. And then the very last book that I got is called Megalodon and Other Prehistoric Monsters of the Deep. And it actually comes with a little Megalodon little skeleton. I mean, not real bones, but plastic. But when we come back from Christmas break, we will be on geologic time scale. So we're going way back in time. And this book is just super cool, showing all of the prehistoric monsters of the deep, as this book calls it. And it talks about like their bone structure and teeth, which is something that we really emphasize in the geologic time scale. So I was so excited that this book was only $3. I'm guessing it's only $3 because this package is like tape shut by them. So I'm guessing a lot of his bones are not there, but that's totally fine. I don't need them. And then that's it. And it was really nice because when you go to the warehouse sale, they give you this really nice box that says Scholastic on it. It closes super nicely so that your books like stay nice and neat. And that's about it. Oh, I should probably tell you the price is that I got all of those books. They were clearance and they were BOGO. So all of the books that I just showed you, I got for $11. Actually, I got a couple more books, but they're not in here. And like pens, because how can you go to a Scholastic book sale and not grab some pins. But all of that plus a couple other things for $11. So if you have an opportunity to go to a warehouse sale or even go to the pop-up, but the warehouse sale is where I got a huge bang for my buck, go do it and go to the clearance section. I'm not usually a clearance section person, just because like I'm super weird when it comes to my stationery and to my books. I want them pristine. But as I have been teaching, I noticed that because I want the kids to look at them and reference them, nothing stays pristine for very long. So I'm over needing pristine books. I just want books that give a really good bang for their buck. So that's that. I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.